Hello everyone, welcome back to another not Lego video. It's another mega video or building block construction video. Woo! Today we have the every Eevee evolution set, not a Lego set. Checking out the box. It's got an interesting angle to it, I guess. From Mega Brands, we have every Eevee evolution with 470 pieces, ages 6+, and it comes with 9 characters. The build for this was pretty cool. If you can tell in the corner, they were all individual, so it sort of felt like an advent calendar build in that way. You could kind of start and stop when you wanted, which I thought was fantastic. Here is the vac with all of the characters and some of the other characters that you can get in the line. Now, I am just tickled pink to have these guys. I love the Eeveelutions, especially the original ones, and the fact that Mega decided that they would make every single one of them and put them in a set together is fantastic. Now, there is no real set to speak of. It's basically just character builds, but I think that that's pretty cool, and I wanted to kind of show it off. Should be a pretty short video, again, because there is no set, but I wanted to kind of highlight each one, and I just think it's so cute, honestly. I just love them, if you can't tell. There is a little bit of posability with them, which we'll get into, but let's go ahead and start off with Miss Eevee. Here we have Eevee. If you watched my prior video over my Pokemon Center, I had a winking Eevee. This one is just a straight-faced regular Eevee, but the build is the same. And you can move her little tail. You can sort of display her however you want. She has a little rubber collar. And she is mega cute. Sorry, I could not help myself. That was really lame. And then we'll start off with the original evolutions. For those of you who are not familiar with Pokemon, it started out as Eevee, and she had 3 following evolutions. And since then, Pokemon has made more evolutions. And so we have Flareon right here. I almost said Jolteon. And we have a big fire tail, a little poofy collar, and a poofy hair. This is Flareon. You'll notice her legs are going to be a little bit different than the other Eeveelutions. All of them have the same legs for the most part, but Eevee's very small in comparison. But here's Flareon, and again, printed elements, movable ears, movable head. You can kind of put them in poses if you'd like. You can lift their legs. Really cute. Fun little builds, and they seem decent size. They are a little bit persnickety to put together, but it wasn't worse. I was expecting it to be worse than it was, so 10 points to Gryffindor for that one. Here we have Jolteon. Jolteon does not have a tail, but we have these fun electricity rubber elements, and I love Jolteon. Super cool. Again, we've got these straight legs. I showed these to my husband, and he immediately said, "Oh, they're our son's legs," because our son's legs are straight like this. He's got skinny legs because he's only 3, but it's funny. Yeah, they have little toes, so that's very cute as well. And then last one in the original evolutions is Vaporeon, who is probably my favorite. Just such a unique color, really cool, ultimately really big. She's very long with her tail, and she's a water type Pokemon, so fun build for her with the little fins on the ears. And again, she's got the collar. That's kind of how you can tell the original Eeveelutions apart from the newer ones. But overall, really cool. Again, love the coloring. Super neat. I don't really know the order and who's next, to be completely honest. So we'll go for Leafeon, which I think is one of the older ones of the new set. I again, don't know. But lots of color in this one. Really fun little leaf legs. This one's built the same as Flareon with the 2 leg pieces. Multiple colors on the ears, hair. This is an example of one that has a lot larger eyes. Fun little hair piece right here. And then a little leafy looking tail, but I love these little leaf pieces. This one sort of has a collar, so I guess we'll give it to Leafeon for that. So there she is, and her feet don't match. I like that. They stand out, and they're different colored. So it's basically the same base for all of them, and then you change up certain elements. Mostly the tail builds tend to be different, or something around the face. So it's a pretty consistent build, but I did find myself excited by each one and to build each one and then add it to my Eeveelution army. We have Glaceon, and Glaceon's probably my least favorite. It's just the hair piece, the little bangs. I'm just not a big fan, but I do like these printed little triangle elements that make her feet darker, and she has an angled tail that's brick built. But there she is. Then we have Sylveon, the girliest one, the daintiest one, her and her double bows. She has a bow collar, and she has a bow on her ear, and I think that Mega did a really good job doing that. Interesting little bobbed sort of tail. And she's pink and white. Very girly in that way. Sylveon for the win. Here we have Espeon, and I think Espeon is definitely one of the plain ones. For some reason, Mega decided not to give her any paws. They're just straight. And I guess it's because she's very, like, springy and very, like, leggy, maybe, is the reason. I mean, it's okay, because, like, Eevee doesn't have any feet, but it's just odd that all the other ones do. And this is actually where my classic Mega got the pieces wrong came in. That I'm supposed to have another straight piece for the tail, so it's actually supposed to bend up a little bit more. They gave me 2 like macaroni noodle pieces. It honestly is not a huge deal. You'd never really know, and I don't personally care, but it is one of those to be noted that this is my second Mega set, and 2 out of 2 have had the wrong piece of some kind. I do, in this instance, think it's better than a missing piece because I was able to complete my build, but still, that's really going to bother some people. And this one is done in a very light purple, and these are rubbery pieces here. And then finally, we have Umbreon. Every card that Umbreon is on is worth a lot of money. Full art, anyway. So there she is, kind of mysterious, kind of magic or dark. She's got red eyes and these little circles. And she looks pretty cool. Again, though, sort of plain in terms of, you know, other ones like, I don't know, Flareon or something, or Leafeon. So no extra added elements. But there we are. That is all the little evolutions from Mega. I don't foresee Lego doing something like this, so I think if you're interested or have been sort of interested in getting any of these sets, this may be a safe one to pick up before they are gone, because I just don't foresee it happening. Maybe in like a smaller scale or a more like a larger scale where you have to buy separate sets, but I don't think that we're going to find this from Lego. So anyways, that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. It wasn't all that quick, but I hope you liked it anyways. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Bye.